Today I had decided to make some meatloaf. So this morning, before I went to work, I had taken out the hamburgers and left them on the stove to defrost. And when I got home, they were all set to go. And when I left work, I stopped at Publix to pick up some bread, some eggs, and some spices for my meatloaf. You'll see everything that happened when I come back. See you soon. Alright guys, I'm back. So, we're going to go ahead and turn on our oven and put the settings at 375. Alright, and I defrosted the ground chuck beef this morning, and it's already defrosted. And here we go. So here we are guys, my meatloaf is all set. I'm going to stick it in the oven. Yep. And this is going to be the biggest meatloaf I've made because these were over a pound each. And I can't wait to try it out. So now I'm going to put it in the oven. And there it is. I'll check it from time to time as I'm making the video. And I'll let you guys know how it comes out. See you guys in 2 minutes. How was my meatloaf different? It was different because I used different recipes. Instead of using plain bread, I used Pepperidge Farm raisin and cinnamon bread. Because you use a lot of ketchup, about a half a cup of ketchup, and hamburger tastes like hamburger no matter how you prepare it. Whether you're having it in a bun or as a meatloaf, it tastes like hamburger. And I just wanted to do it different to get a new taste out of it by mixing in different things. So like I said, I used Pepperidge Farm raisin and cinnamon bread. I also used almond breeze milk instead of regular milk. I usually use 2% milk, but no milk this time. Yeah, so my meatloaf was done. I had a little bit of rice. I had some cucumbers sliced up, and I had some oranges, as you'll see later on. But it was actually good. Oh my God. It was good. There was a certain kind of sweetness to my meatloaf like I have never had in my whole life. It was like not overly, it wasn't overly sweet, but there was definitely sweet in there. And there was another taste because of the almonds from the almond milk. I really like it. Okay, so what can we talk about today? Okay, so I have a long weekend, and as I said at my opening, that I have a doctor's appointment Monday morning. But I was telling a coworker that I think I'm going to go to the exotic car dealership tomorrow. No, I'm not buying an exotic car. I don't have that kind of money. I thought I'd go there and check it out and see what way that I could possibly videotape them. Sometimes when I'm in bed and I can't sleep, I browse through the YouTube and check out other people's car collections, their exotic cars, their Ferraris and their Lamborghinis and the Porsches. As I said, I still find those things cool to look at and read about and watch on YouTube. It's a lot of fun. So tomorrow, maybe after breakfast or when they open, I'll go there with my camera equipment and ask them if I can film. And I'll probably sit in the cars and talk about certain things, or maybe just daydream and pretend I'm buying a Lamborghini. It's not fair, but it is what it is. Also, I might go to St. Pete tomorrow, if I can contact one of my old friends and see if they're around, see if they'd like to go. It's going to be kind of like a not planned thing, so I don't know, we'll see. So, what to talk about today? It's Friday. Oh, that's right. So, like I said, I just had my supper, and I'm gonna chill out a little bit, give my food time to settle. But I do want to get a ride in today because it's beautiful out, and yesterday it was raining a little bit, and I don't like riding my bike in the rain. Although my bike has fenders, I still don't like riding in the rain. When it's cooler, I'll go take my bike out and get to maybe 15 miles instead of 10. We'll see what happens. So there is a word I want to talk about. It's called pride. I did a quick little reading, and it said that pride can be good or it can be bad. Pride can be good in that it can help you set your goals. I guess you realign your priorities in life and move through your goals with pride, with your head up and believing in yourself that you reach your goals. In that sense, it's good. The other way that pride is bad is when you put yourself on a pedestal where nobody can get close to you or go to your level, because you may think you're better than everybody else, or you hold yourself in such high regard that it's difficult for people to come near you. That's the negative pride. Have I ever encountered both? I think so. When I worked at Publix, I worked with this young guy, and he had pride in himself. He had set these goals on becoming CEO of Publix one day. He was only like 28 years old. He was very ambitious, goal-oriented, and he was an assistant manager in the meat department. And when I first met him, he was outgoing, lots of energy. He was very friendly, very courteous. Would come up to me and she would shake my hands or give me a pat on my back and ask how I was. Very professional. The other pride I met was in someone who would always boast about himself or what he's going to accomplish, and he was like a little snooty, almost arrogant, but he put his pride above everybody else or he was in that high pedestal that people couldn't get too close to him because they probably didn't feel they were not good enough to get close to him. That's one sure way of pushing people away. You know, I don't think I had that level of pride. I think I was a very open-minded person when I was young, and I accepted everybody as myself, as my equal. I never looked at anybody like they were beneath me, and I was kind to everybody. I had pride in myself in that I dressed accordingly. I always was clean. I dressed nice. I don't know if too much pride means having flashy things. I had my collection of watches when I was young that I like to wear. But is that pride? No. It's just material things. People who have pride in themselves and their image are not materialistic because they have nice cars or nice jewelry. I think a level of pride is when you put yourself above others, where you think that maybe your goals are more important than theirs, or maybe you don't think that they measure up to you. And I think when you're like that, people can sense that in you, and you kind of deflect any kind of friendship that could be of benefit to you. Good pride also, to me, means helping others. You take pride in yourself, but you also take the responsibility to lift some people up. From wherever they are in their life, that could be a sign of pride in yourself that you have. You pride yourself in helping others, lifting others to achieve what you're trying to achieve. I think that's a good thing. I'm not sure I was raised around parents that thought they had pride, or good, positive or negative pride. I thought my father was a little bit, I would say, boisterous, or maybe a little bit of arrogant or something like that. He most definitely wanted the best for us, but he would also throw his achievements on our faces when we grew up, especially me. I remember a couple of times he said to me, "Look at you. You look like you're older than me. Everybody tells me I look young." That's definitely the wrong kind of pride, because I would feel like I didn't feel comfortable opening up to him. To me, pride is also when you put down your guard and be humble and show people that you can trust in them. And it takes a lot to put your guard down and open up to people about your life, because you place trust in them about you discussing aspects of your life that could have been private. I think that's a humble thing to do, and it's definitely good pride, because they can open up about their life. But when you put yourself on a pedestal, other people can't open up to you because they can't measure up to you, because you're always outdoing them or something like that. But I think in this transition that I have traveled, or this journey that I've been on, you definitely have to have the right attitude, because you can be up one day and down the other, and it's good to have people down at your level that you can communicate with on these things. because you definitely can't go up to someone who may not approve of you, no matter where you are in life. If you're going through a rough patch in your life and you need someone to talk with, it's nice to have people that you can trust. You know, people who can also open up about their life, so you can also feel equal to them. When people don't open up to you about their life, sometimes it's like you think that they've never had any bad things happen to them in their life, that they're perfect. But in this life, nobody's perfect. I've been through 2 divorces in my life, and neither one I had support from my family. You know, didn't have support. I kind of like went at it by myself. Especially during my transition, I had no support from my family. Although I didn't have support from them, I never gave up my hope that one day they would turn around and we can all be a family again. We are, and in the process you lose so much. And I just mentioned that my father had a high self-regard of himself, which was the wrong kind of pride, that he totally disrespected me because I was coming out as a transgender person, or somebody who had been trapped in a woman's body all my life. He kind of looked down at me a lot, and other members of the family that was on the boat with him certainly didn't make things better. They made things worse. You know, and these were people I was helping because they were going through a rough patch. They were going through a divorce, and I was there for them, but they weren't there for me. It's almost like they jumped in my father's bandwagon of beating me up and knocking me down and all kind of crazy stuff. It hasn't been an easy road, but today I actually have more peace in my life. I have good quality friends in my life. I have a decent job. Everything I've ever had in my life I had to work for. But if I didn't have something in my life, I knew that there were certain people I could trust that would help me, people that I helped along the way. So everybody hits a rough patch in life, whether emotional, whether something that's probably like a marital problem, or a breakup, or someone lost their job. I think one of the toughest things too that happened to me was is I don't have a strong connection with my son. You know, when I was younger, he was more accepting because children are accepting. Children are very accepting. All they see is love, and they feel love, so they accept. But as they grow, they're also transitioning. It's like a form of transition. They go from a child to teenager years, and a young adult, and an adolescent. They go to college. But after they go through their childhood, they start to view things differently. And they no longer may look at you in the same way that they did when they were a child. They'll start looking things in their own views and coming to their own conclusions, you know. And a lot of it is because they've grown up around people their age in school. Or if they go to college, they take up the same hobbies and they do the same things, and they're around people that they connect with and can relate with. What you go through or what you've been through can now be something that could be embarrassing for them. Same thing could be said if you're an alcoholic. You know, they might have accepted you when they were young because they probably didn't know that much, but as they're getting older, and they're putting two and two together. They're like, hey, you know, my friend's parents don't look like that, or act like this, or they're not drunk, or you know, or if you have an abusive family who are always arguing and they fight. My parents was not like that. They were not very abusive towards one another. It's just other things were not normal. You know, we were a dysfunctional family. You know, my brother had problems with alcohol and drugs. Yeah, so, but it's just life. I mean, I like to think that we're here to learn from one another, you know, in this classroom called life. And sometimes we find ourselves in situations where 15, 20, 30 years ago, we never thought we'd be the way we are, you know? Yeah. Most of my friends I went to school with are dead. You know, they didn't take care of themselves health-wise and they're dead. You know, I could have easily been gone just like them. But my transgenderism after middle school took a heavy toll on me. I no longer felt comfortable around my friends. You know, I was at a conundrum trying to figure out what this thing was. You know, so without going back and touching base on a lot of things I've already touched base with, sometimes we reflect on what I'm reflecting, and that's what I'm doing. I'm just reflecting on this. I don't know where my life's going to be tomorrow. I have plans to go to an exotic car dealership and just make some videos and check out the cars, or go to St. Pete, maybe get in touch with some of my friends out there. But I might not even make it till tomorrow. I might go out tomorrow and get hit by a car. Or some lunatic may come out of the bank with a bag of money and shoot me instead. You never know. But look what happened recently, a few months ago. A young man was riding his motorcycle a couple of streets down, and one of my neighbors was driving out of the community. She didn't check to her left. She just pulled out and cut in front of this young man on his motorcycle and killed him instantly. And right there before my face, I'm seeing this young man in a blue wrap, covered with a blue tarp, with state troopers and sheriff's department cars all around, and a crowd of people looking on, and this woman totally in shock, sitting down. We don't know where our life's going to be in the next 20 minutes, let alone next month or next year. So that's why it's important to live your life like how you feel you ought to live your life, and not care about what society thinks or what your family thinks. They don't live your life for you. They don't pay your bills, and they don't put clothes and shoes on your feet. You have to do it. And when you live your life how you think you live your life, you're also setting an example for your children. You show them that it's okay to be who they feel they need to be. That you have to be happy. You can't follow what other people are doing, you know? And one of my friends at work kind of said to me, you know, he said he didn't believe in marriage, that marriage is just a piece of paper. He's right. He's absolutely right, Frank. A marriage is just a piece of paper. It's a contract. It's an agreement between two people and the state. That you have this, and it's binding, but it can be broken. Just because you dated for 20 years and then you get married doesn't mean you're gonna last another 20 years. It's funny because I know people that dated for 20 years and never thought about getting married. And then one day they got married. They had a big full wedding. And then a few years they were divorced. So what happened when they got married? Why didn't they break up when they were just dating for 20 years? I don't know. But you can be just as happy being a single person as some people are that's been married for 50 years. Okay? I'm finding that out. Okay? I don't know 500 people on Facebook. Okay? I know my family, I know the people I work with, I know a few good friends that I work with. That and all my jobs I've had. But to come to it, I have on my hands, I have 5 good people I can actually say I trust. Okay, and they'd probably be there for me, and I'll be there for them. Those are the ones I love and are thankful for in my life right now. I can honestly say, you look around my home right now, guess what? It's quiet, it's peaceful. Except when I'm watching a movie, it's damn loud. I got all my surround speakers going. You know, I can go wherever I want. I can hop in my truck or my car and go for a ride. I can go out to eat. I can go for a walk. Do whatever I want. I'm not imprisoned. I don't have to give anybody explanation or ask for permission. Okay? So, in that sense, I'm happy. Yes, it's nice to have somebody special to lay down on the couch and watch a movie or to wake up with, but you know, it's going to be the right person, and then whether it happens or not, time will tell. You guys have a nice day. I hope that I resonated with you in this simple yet fun meatloaf baking day, and thank you for being interested in my videos. And if you're new here, please subscribe and hit that top bell. And talk to you guys soon. Have a nice day.